In this brief video, I hope to be able to show you some of the ways in which, from next term onwards, we're going to be augmenting the support for students by distance learning at Lancing Prep Hove. My name's John Herbert. I'm the Deputy Head at Lancing College with oversight of academic matters. From next term, your students are going to get an email address and their own password, which will allow them to access the entire Microsoft Office 365 suite of applications. When they do that, if they go to office.com on any web-based device, then they should be able to access this whole suite of material. They will need their college email address and password in order to do that. That will be sent to them separately so that they can get that information. However, let's look at office.com now. This is my Lancing College page on office.com. And what you'll see there is a whole suite of applications. The one which we're really going to focus on today is an application called Microsoft Teams, where I'm going to show you through a team or two that I'm currently working on to show you the sort of ways in which you can help your child. So to start with, office.com, and then you'll get this whole list of applications here. As you can see here, I'm hovering on Teams, and I'm going to click there. Now we'll just wait for that one to load up. And as we're doing that, I'll tell you about how we use Teams. Teams looks a little like this, and it has various different things within it. I'm going to click upon my Teams to begin with. And what a team is, for these purposes, is a collection of individuals put together in a way in which they can work together. So I'll show you here right now how we are, for example. I have some teams here, both for my staff and teams for different classes. What we're going to be using these teams for is to allow children to check in with their subject teachers live. The way in which they can do that is they'll get a notification on their email to join a team, and they will have been enrolled by a member of staff into that team. All they need to then do is when they get to Microsoft Teams, if they click on Teams up here, where I'm hovering my cursor in the left-hand corner, that will take them to their teams, the teams which they've been enrolled for. Now let's have a look at a team for a moment. I'm going to go into a class team here. This is for my current 5th form, and what you're going to see there is that we have down on the left-hand side here a number of different channels. These are just pages within this team. Now there are some incredible things that we can do quickly. So here we've got a message board function. Now if you just pop down here, then you can put in a simple typing message. You can also at that point, if we click upon the edit function, they can edit that just like a text message or something in Microsoft Word, and they can ask their teacher questions. And their teacher can be, for that particular class, live for a bit. What's more amazing with Teams is very quickly that the teacher can pop in a video to give, for the beginning of a task, an introduction to that task. Now that doesn't have to be something that people view live. They can view that in their own time. And they can look at that instruction, and then they can pop a question down here. Now if you're popping a question down here, that means the whole class get the benefit of it. It's like holding your hand up in class. If a student wishes to interact directly with their teacher, then if we click on the top bar here, where I'm looking, I'm just going to put in Atkinson, my own daughter's year 4 teacher is Miss Atkinson. If I pop in her name there, then what I can do there with her is I can, and you can see I've already done this, I can interact with her via a chat that is immediately just me and Miss Atkinson. So your child can ask individual questions if they don't want to ask them. So if they're asking for individual clarification and they don't want to ask the whole class. So these 3 functions very quickly allow students and teachers to be able to interact either in a whole class live or via individual chat. What this means is that although the task will be set on the VLE and the resources will be on the VLE, this allows us a fail-safe, another place where we can augment the learning so that a child, as they're doing the task at home, can then seek some clarification live on what's going on, and indeed the teacher can add instructions. You'll see up here, for example, I've built in an audio player where I've talked through some instructions. Another teacher could do this by building in a video, for example, to bring some quick instructions in there. And then the child can hit reply, they can ask a question out loud in front of everyone, the teacher can reply live. So it augments the learning considerably. I've rushed through that a bit quick, but the wonder of videos is of course that one can rewind, pause, go back again, have a look. This is just a quick introduction to show you how it goes. There'll be more of this as we show people how we're augmenting distance learning for you. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this has been useful.